Test, test, test. Amazing. I'm going to line this up. The camera. There it is.
Check one.
We're rolling. We're rocking. Let me get this down. Let me get a beautiful... Not that. Not that. There. So we don't have to look at us. It's distracting. All right. We are... Are you ready to start the podcast?
I think so.
You look great.
I'll lose it for now.
That's all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Taylor Neely Show. Thank you for joining me live on YouTube. And if you're watching this later, that's cool, too. Very exciting day. I've been doing... Do you know Billy Swift?
I do.
Billy Swift is kind of like my new co-host, but we set this up before that, but he's like kind of the new... It's a good look. You should... No, you got to put it back. Put it back how it was. Put over your eyes like, who's that guy with the really thin, like, laser eyes?
From X-Men?
Maybe. Yeah.
Cyclops.
Yeah, doesn't he accidentally kill someone once on accident?
He does, and he eats pussy real good because he's blind.
Oh, yeah, that's like his extra sense. He lost his sight, so he eats pussy real good.
He does. He can taste it all.
Guys, we got a very special guest in studio today in my apartment. Give it up for Drifter.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, man. Wait, hold on. There we go. Crowd goes wild. Woo!
That's what I'm accustomed to these days.
All right. Drifter, thanks for coming.
Thank you kindly.
Thanks for joining. Drifter is your legal name?
Last name McGrifter.
Drifter McGrifter?
Yeah.
That's nice. You come from a long line of McGrifters.
I do.
Is that because like your family back in time was just like scamming people?
We're just full of shit.
Full of shit, scamming people?
Absolutely. There's a birth defect called anal agenesis.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of it before?
No. Anal agenesis?
You're literally born without an asshole.
Oh, no.
No, they got to carve you a new one.
I have heard of this. I didn't know that was the name.
They specialize in carving new ones over in Thailand.
So is it like a... Make sure we're all good here. Yeah. Is it just like... is there special doctors that do that, or is it...
No, it's actually like prenatal surgeons.
Mm-hmm.
I asked my brother about this because he's a prenatal...
He didn't have a butthole when he was born?
No, he's actually a prenatal surgeon,
wow.
believe it or not. So he has to carve out baby buttholes before like they even leave the hospital.
What would happen to babies back in time when they weren't born with a butthole?
Well, it depends on which culture we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, in some cultures, they suck on some things when they cut things.
Yeah.
So
they suck a butthole
into
them?
You know,
they suck.
Historically, especially in like New York, some cultures will cut things at birth and they'll suck on them out. Yeah, and then afterwards, for some reason, they decide to suck on them. And I'm still really trying to process that.
So they try to... They suck on the butthole after they cut it, or they do I know they do the wiener.
In Thailand, they show a lot of respect because it's a very respect and honor-based culture.
Yeah.
So they don't suck on the butthole, and that's why. I was full of shit, and so I flew to Thailand. I was on a ladyboy venture.
Were you really?
Absolutely, man. When I flew there, I flew right into Bangkok, and they said, you know, that wasn't my destination. That was my mission plan.
Sure.
Absolutely.
What's the difference between destination and mission plan?
Well, in regards to Bangkok, I was there to bang some cock, bro.
Okay, amazing.
No, I'm not huge into ladyboys, but what I will tell you is this. If you have anal agenesis and you need to get carved out, if you've made it into adulthood and you can make decisions for yourself, you can actually fly overseas and like book a flight for yourself.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend Thailand because that's when I waited for. That's why I'm so full of shit. I've been full of shit my entire life because I have anal agenesis.
Yes.
A birth defect that you're born without an asshole. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's not something to really joke around about. I take it very I take it very seriously.
For sure.
I mean, I flew across the world after I saved up a lot of money. I worked really hard.
So you had anal agenesis into adulthood.
I mean, when you think it's kind of like being an alcoholic, it's like you are for life, you know, in a way. And so it's
you don't have an asshole for life.
And so I am a person with anal agenesis for life. It's that I've transitioned into person. So as a person with anal agenesis, I want to make sure that we get this good for the clip.
Yeah, of course.
Huge. That's huge.
The anal agenesis clip.
For the people out there. So as a person with anal agenesis, when you're born without an asshole, you can't take it lightly. Over time, you become full of shit. when you realize you're full of shit, you have to take action. And if I were to recommend people to take action, the one thing you could do is fly overseas to Thailand, because they have the absolute best doctors. It just so happens that the ladyboy doctors, they can't do ladyboy operations all day long.
No.
There's not a demand for
they get burnt out, too.
Yeah, well, they get burnt out. All the penises start to look the same. All the little JJs, all the vaginuses look the same.
They get careless.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And then you have monotony, and then all of a sudden your tourism industry starts to
plummet
overnight.
Like worse than COVID?
Man, it could be.
Yeah.
People could be wearing masks over their little vaginuses and the weirdness, because it's so consistent, and people want uniqueness, and they want to see labia attached to testicles. They want to see hard shaft attached to the absence of labia. They want to see a butthole right up next against a dick with no balls.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense to people.
You gotta have a gooch. You gotta have a little bit of a taint area.
The gooch is something that they are specializing in these days.
That's great.
It's a very 2026. And I'm thinking about going back over there, just have them update my shit.
That's great. Yeah.
For right now, here's what I'm working with.
I'm happy for you.
So I went over there with a micro penis and cock and balls.
Yeah.
Huge testicles.
Like attached or just like in a container?
No, I mean that's what I was equipped with by birth.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and anal agenesis. No anus whatsoever.
Yeah.
What happened was, when I flew over into Bangkok, I got into customs. First thing they asked me was, "Is this a pleasure or is this business?" I said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we move forward, and I find the doctor. They connect me with the right providers. We call them providers overseas. This is the medical term.
I said provider the other day.
What'd you say?
So not even when I got prescribed Suboxone, I said provider. Nope, I said provider. The provider gave me Suboxone to someone else after the fact.
They will hook you up on the street out there in Thailand
with Suboxone
if you Bangkok.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a friend in Atlanta that has ventured that far. He's into chicks with dicks.
Nice.
And it's not gay because it's a woman's penis is what it's his catchphrase, his call to action. If you were doing a presentation, at the end you would say it's not gay because it's a woman's penis. So that's cool. You gotta. I mean, are you satisfied with? Is it the procedure?
I want to see that pitch. By the way, if you can circle me back around to this is a woman's penis.
Yeah.
And I'm wholeheartedly believing it with all faith and stuff. I need to meet this guru of yours. He's
a good friend of mine. I just did his podcast recently. I'm not going to out him because he's pretty. He's trying. It's weird. He's very open with friends about how into trans women he is, but you don't want to just give away his name willy nilly because that's his. It's a pretty vulnerable thing to be. To do as a man.
Well, I go by Drifter McGrifter for a reason. Yeah. I don't want to out myself as a person with anal agenesis.
No.
I mean, I was born with not an asshole.
Yeah.
There's a reason for the first 2 years of comedy I've been full of shit.
Yeah.
And so I had to explain it somehow, but I've had it drained.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe what comes out when you get drained of anal agenesis.
Yeah.
No, I mean, 46 years.
46 years of stuff.
I flew into Bangkok.
Yeah.
Absolute mission statement.
Were you really big?
Well.
Swollen?
Man, you wouldn't. It looked like one of those goldfish with the bulbous eyes, hanging out my rear end.
Yeah.
And
your
it also
butt cheeks or what was just
right in the center, right at the butthole, and then because where it should be, because the whole tract leads down there, and there's everything you eat for your entire life leads down to this one point, and it becomes. Have you heard of black matter? Dark matter,
for sure.
Dark matter. Okay, so black matter is different than dark matter.
Yeah.
So dark matter, it has anti-gravity properties and stuff. Dark matter is just the most condensed carbon in the universe.
Yeah.
And so what happens is dark matter forms throughout your internal system.
Yeah.
Eventually, it causes such discomfort that you fly to Thailand.
Yeah.
And then you have a little Asian man put you on fentanyl.
Yeah.
And then once you're on fentanyl, they carve a new asshole for yourself. They drain out a giant tube of carbon from you, and then they form some type of sports vehicle out of it.
Wait a minute. I heard you on a podcast say an Asian man
Yes.
put you on fentanyl to pull a tooth. Are you saying there's another Asian man
Yes.
that also put you on fentanyl to drain your what you're full, all the shit you're full of.
And this is one of my things. I mean, this is one of my fetishes.
Put on fentanyl by Asian
by
men.
little Asian men.
Little Asian men.
Little Asian men.
So
they
not
have
like
to,
not
no. I mean, like if I were to wake up from fentanyl, while under the drugging of these little Asian men,
for sure,
my intent would be to surpass them, to take them over, and
take them over.
Yeah, to stop them from taking my teeth.
Okay.
To stop them from like carving up my anus.
What are you trying to take from? But you went there willing. I'm confused. So you go there to have a procedure done, but then you come out of it and you don't want the procedure done.
That's where the fentanyl comes into play.
So you just want the fentanyl?
No, but with the absence of some type of sedative.
Yeah.
And this is what Michael Jackson was going with for propofol.
Propofol.
Is that if you have anal agenesis and you are completely full of shit like Drifter is, and like Michael Jackson was, if you approach the remedy for anal agenesis,
for sure,
to remove the hard tube of carbon from your lower GI tract,
the black matter.
Yeah, black matter. Absolutely. Thank you very much. This is the scientific term for it. We need to stick to this because I mean these are sensitive things. This is a disability technically.
Well, I feel like you're the leading educator on this right now.
I'm trying.
I haven't heard this from anyone else. So
this is cutting edge shit, and really, honestly, y'all should be subscribing right now and
did
smashing.
You mean to do like a pun there, cutting edge shit, or is that just because you're such a professional and an expert on this? It just a pun like that just comes out of you easily. And
I'm so professional that I left my phone at home, lost my way on the way here, and pissed my pants before I even fucking reached here.
It's okay. Was it a good piss in your pants or like a no?
It was very much the panicked. I'm on the side of Woodlawn, and I'm urinating all over myself while looking for my smartphone.
Do you like to leave your? I like to do this. Leave my smartphone like. I'll go get coffee in the morning sometimes, and I have faith I can get. I go to Buzzmill, which is right down the road, and I have faith that I can get there and back without my phone. And it feels good it feels like I'm being mature, like phone user, by not bringing the phone with me.
Challenge accepted. It has not occurred to me, which is shocking. This is one of those weird moments in life where someone introduces a very simple idea to you, and you're like, holy shit, I'm living in the fucking Matrix, and I'm not even in control of my life in any way whatsoever. If I were to like leave my phone intentionally, to just go to the store, even to go meet one of my like addiction needs, like go get a vape or something.
Sure.
Like I'm on a direct mission to meet this specific need. I'll be back in 5 minutes. It does not fucking occur to me in the least to leave my phone.
Really? I do it. We're on these things so much, and it's not good to be looking at these things all the time.
You're right.
And it feels good. It's pretty sick, though, that I'm like, look how good I did today.
Is it like semen retention? Is this like digital semen retention?
No, not at all. Not even close.
Have you done semen retention?
I don't know what that is. I've heard of those words together.
You withhold from having sexual intercourse, masturbating, or whatever gets you off.
I have done that, but I've gone through periods where I'm like, I'm just not going to watch porn for a little bit. Because on the other side of that period of not watching porn, the release is far greater. And feels much better. It's much more exciting. I go on, because I just recently got off of Kratom. My reward centers in my brain are really fucked. Like my dopamine, my opiate receptors in my brain were blasted for so long. I've been going on porn websites recently, and I'm like grossed out by it. It's a very weird phenomenon.
Well, it's one of those things.
But it's good. I think it's good.
Like, I fucking love tacos al carbone. Tacos al carbone is like steak. It's really seared and charred from all angles. They wrap it in a greasy flour tortilla, serve it with beans and cheese and all that stuff. I love that shit. To be honest with you, if you eat it every single fucking night, you'll hate tacos al carbone. I used to have a different passion for fried shrimp than I do now. And I miss the one I used to have before I abused it. I'd say enjoy it and you know,
enjoy the period where I'm not watching porn.
Well, if you ever go back to it, just enjoy it in increments, you know, in the sense that you've kind of already experienced the overexposure effect. And I'm in that phase, that after phase, where like that happened earlier in life and stuff. And now,
because you're what, 28?
46, like a motherfucker going on 56. 46, and the whole idea is like, there's only so many different ways you can raw dog a chick, you know? There's only so many different ways that you can, like, pretzel someone and, like, spin them around.
Sure.
Turn them around into a different person, dress them up like a furry, hang them from a ceiling, put them in a fuck swing.
Put makeup on them.
Put a makeup on them, say, right fuck big on them.
Yeah.
Put butter all over their asshole.
Ball gag in their mouth.
Ball gag in their mouth.
There's like only little needles coming out of their head like that horror guy.
Absolutely. Like
launch them into space.
Fuck yeah. Launch them into space. You're up there with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
You're in some type of convertible. You're having anal in orbit. And all of a sudden you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Pornography makes no sense. I think we found our clip. I think we got our clip.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Jamie, clip it.
Jamie
right. Vernon, clip it. I send these to Jamie. He won't get back to me. I mean, it sucks. I'm sending him gold. This is liquid gold. Just like, who makes the mac and cheese that's liquid gold? Is that Velveeta or?
Fuck, I don't know. What's her name? Cardi B.
Cardi B, liquid gold. Owner of the liquid gold phrase.
She ruined mac and cheese for me.
Mac and cheese.
She did. Like Cardi B, so in case you're not wondering, if that's not Cardi B, God forgive me. Because if there's not...
God, don't forgive him.
If there's not an interchangeable pair of pop stars,
it
is Cardi B and...
Mac and cheese?
No, what's her name?
Oh, Sexy Red.
No, I wish. She's number 3. The first one.
Does Cardi B and her look alike? Oh, Nicki Minaj?
Thank you. And so Nicki Minaj and Cardi B could not be more interchangeable in my mind. And whoever said, like, on the Wet Ass Pussy song, the WAP song.
That had to be...
macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass pussy. So
it has similar sounds. When you mix macaroni, it has similar sounds to pussy sounds.
Concretely. And she drew an analogy richly. I feel like she followed through with her part. What happened was, in the transition, I lost macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
I still love pussy. I'd eat it like crazy.
Yeah.
But macaroni and cheese is lost because you can't cross over macaroni and cheese and pussy. It just doesn't work. Because
like
I'm not going to...
Together at the same time, or like you lost the idea of mac and cheese? You're not sure what mac and cheese even is anymore.
It's like this blended metaphor. Something happened with the metaphor of eating pussy and analogizing it with food.
Yeah.
Where what happened for me was my personal experience was my enjoyment of eating both.
Yeah.
Whereas the eating of the vagina was not consuming. It was more true appreciation. Yeah. It was an extension of yourself, an expression of your facial expressions, your beard, your mouth, your lips, your tongue, everything you could bring to the table. Shoulders, knees, really. Sometimes you put your neck and your spine into it. Yeah. And you just really get into eating.
Sometimes the back of your neck gets a little tired.
Yes. When she analogized this with macaroni and cheese, I lost something. And it wasn't my love for eating pussy. It was my love for macaroni and cheese.
So did she ruin mac and cheese for you?
Macaroni and cheese is gone.
That's tough.
Did you bring me a beverage?
Yeah, you put it over here.
Thank you.
By the shop vac.
Thank you.
You can use that if you want to.
That's about what it takes to get me off these days.
Feel free to use any of these tools in here. That weed whacker doesn't work. Those things are stacked. Some girl helped me Some girl helped me rearrange some of the stuff. As you see, I have too much stuff and not enough space.
How old are you?
Guess.
28.
Close.
27.
Less close.
29.
Close.
31?
Oh, you're too
30.
far. 30.
30?
30 years old. Just turned 30 in November.
When I was 30, I was 2 years deep into a simp-ass marriage, right?
Really?
Yeah, oh, dude, I was...
How long were you married?
Well, see, the problem with Catholicism is it convinces you need to be married a virgin.
Were you raised Catholic?
Yeah, firmly.
Were you a virgin before you got married?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, brother.
Absolutely.
How'd you do that?
Hey, for the next question should be, was my wife?
I don't know, dude.
Negativo. Really? I'm a stepdad, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I became a stepdad for someone when they were 6.
Wow.
Absolutely.
How old were you when you got married? You were 28.
28, yeah.
You hadn't had sex?
Huh? Not at all.
How'd you do that?
Well, I mean, I like in the month leading or 2 months leading up to the shotgun ass wedding.
Yeah.
I did that.
With her?
It's just like compulsive masturbation, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's really if anybody wants an honest answer on how do you make it 28 years without actually, it's social awkwardness combined with compulsive masturbation. There's no other explanation for it.
That makes sense to me.
They call it incel these days, but
yeah. But there wasn't a name. There used to be the amount of stuff we've gotten names for in the past 8 years has been astronomical.
It's because no one's fucking employed and they're sitting around on Reddit naming things.
Reddit stinks. Reddit makes me mad.
It gives
it's
me.
It's good for some stuff.
Well, you know what might be a good segment of your podcast is favorite subreddits because I got some.
I got some too.
I'm interested in hearing your first.
Okay. Mine are all drug ones. The crack subreddit is crazy. Cocaine subreddit is cool, but the cocaine subreddit looks down on the crack subreddit.
What does crack subreddit look like?
It's all good. We're good. The tops of these Yetis stay on pretty well. I'm going to get a napkin real quick and type that up. Wipe it up. And it's all good. Let's just don't do that. Stop.
If I were to picture the crack Reddit.
Oh, I see. You're saving it from moving.
Yeah. If I were to picture the crack Reddit, what I would envision is people photographing evidence of other people doing crack. Because most people who are doing crack are not taking time to take photographs or videos. We can go on the crack. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. But
I don't give a shit. This is all practice, man. This is all desensitization, exposure therapy. I'm getting ready for the big show.
The big show? What's the big show?
Oh, man, I can't reveal that here.
Do you have a big podcast you want to do at some point?
No, not my big show.
Not your big show?
No, you can't build. I can't build from nothing. This game requires people to do things consistently. I can't do anything consistently except fuck hard. That's about all I got.
Here we go. This subreddit is pretty crazy. Change my view. Signs of crack cocaine use. I think we have to go on Reddit and then go to the crack cocaine subreddit. YouTube, I do apologize if this is against your... Oh, here's a big subreddit I'm a part of. Quitting Feel Free. Oh, here. I got to make this. I got to make this small so people can see what we're looking at. Whee! I made us small.
I had the coolest night last night because I didn't feel inclined to use or...
What was your drug of choice? Or I don't know if we can see this.
Well, alcohol and weed.
Jesus Christ.
Alcohol and weed, but...
Cracking the recipe. Today I learned how to smoke.
If you just do reddit.com, go up to the URL, delete everything except reddit.com and do R. Yeah, well, keep the slash.
Shoot.
So just type slash.
Oh, shoot.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
R slash crack. Or whatever the...
I think this is what it is. Yeah. It's banned. You can't go on there anymore.
You got there recently?
Oh, I haven't been there in a long time.
Well, I guess it's not your favorite. I circle around to my two favorites very frequently. My two favorites...
You have a good point about it not being... It was my favorite at one point, but... You know what? When you say favorite, my mind went to what are some fascinating ones?
Fascinating ones. My favorites happen to be fascinating ones. I just cannot fucking kick them. Mm-hmm. There's something about like my attraction to the macabre, like the dark, like the death. I've always been attracted to gore footage.
Oh, I used to be like watch people die on Reddit. That one might be fun as well.
When you broke off of WPD, talk to me about that break off and everything since then.
Sure. It's been a long time since I was probably on there in maybe high school, or I'll dip my toes back in maybe once in a while.
Before you do, let's lend them perspective.
Okay.
In the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, there was a subreddit that was called Watch People Die. And on it, across the world, it seemed like there was a magnetic centralization of all footage of people uniquely dying in unique ways.
Yeah.
That was captured on CCTV footage, whether it was on someone's dashboard cam or some other radical way that someone died. And it was the central place. I won't disclose. There's actually a follow-up to that place that is not on Reddit, but
live leak.
So the fact that you listened to WPD Now, live leak is soft shit. I'll bring you in. It's not even black. It's not even, what do they call it? Dark web shit? It's not even dark web.
Have you been on the dark web?
Never.
I have.
Oh, we gotta talk dark web.
Ordered drugs off the dark web.
Oh, shit. That sounds good. But in the long run, Reddit has had some pretty dark fucking places. And when you walked away from watching people on a daily, did you get hooked on it?
Not like hooked.
Okay.
There's a period where I was looking at it here and there, not every day.
So you would dip your toes.
Dip my toes.
We got a toe dipper
Dip
here.
my toes for like look at a few and then get off of there.
Okay, so your experience may have been different. So like, let's say that you were a toe dipper for a while, and then what happened was the subreddit was banned, and all of a sudden there's no central location for you to get this resource. Normal people break off. What did you do?
Instagram is the place to go now. There are Instagram pages which is watch people die, but it's not that. Some are not that gory. It's usually like someone getting shot from far away, so it's not close up. Watch people die was like some was real close up and real graphic and real detailed. And I don't know. Sometimes you saw like a guy get sucked into a lathe and spun around. It's like you're toast.
Spinners are bad, man. Those were toast, especially the compilations of spinners.
Yeah.
These people would form videos that were like they would take their time to construct videos of other human beings. It was at first it was one thing. Yeah. That was my perspective on it.
Yeah.
Is like watch people die kind of died. Mm-hmm. The subreddit died at a good time.
Yeah.
Because what was starting to happen was people were starting to
masturbate to it.
Yes. They really were. They were starting to get off on other people dying in really bad ways. And the lathe guys, if you guys don't know what a lathe is, in industrial manufacturing, there are cylindrical machines that rotate. They just basically spin like a spindle. Mm-hmm. And regardless what you're feeding through it, whether it's silk or some type of fabric or latex material, there's a tendency of human beings, especially little Asians, to get caught up in that bad boy.
There's no OSHA in a lot of third world, not even third world, maybe second world, like Asian countries.
That's right.
There's no safety regulations, so it's very easy to get sucked in. I saw a video of a Chinese woman. She had some kind of press, and her hand got squished by the press. She pulls her hand out; it's just flat.
It is a pancake.
I mean, what does blood squirt out of the hand? What happens?
Well, it's evaporated because it's been steam pressed.
So it's basically.
When you saw the steam on that video, if you were to watch it back, the steam that rises out and up from there, that was her blood and the water that was in her body. And
so her hand's just gone.
Her hand's carbon.
Black carbon?
Black carbon, that's right. That's what's inside my anus before I got carved out.
Same thing. You and a small Asian woman in another country are kind of the same. We're all kind of the same thing.
This is why we need to value the international relationship between Thailand and the United States.
I think our relationship with Thailand is all right. So a lathe.
Well, they just don't realize how many people over here are full of shit and need to get their assholes carved out.
A machine lathe is a versatile tool that rotates a workpiece, metal, wood, plastic, against a cutting tool to shape it symmetrically, performing operations like turning, drilling, sanding, and threading. How are you doing? No nicotine. You feel all right?
You know, I'm hanging in there. The entertainment is great. You're very You're a very entertaining person. So
you feel like you're gonna take a bite out of my microphone?
No, I hadn't thought about it till you mentioned it. So thanks.
Shit. I'm sorry.
This is how addiction starts.
Is people bringing it up? Yeah, you're fine until so you're a person in recovery.
I mean, essentially, we all are. If you aren't a person who's ever experienced abuse, then you're not. But I'm a person who has issues with
substances,
alcohol.
Well, alcohol for sure.
No, specifically alcohol and weed. But I mean, it's like what happens is it's a triumvirate. You got alcohol, weed, and tobacco, right?
Yeah. Those are your three.
Alcohol is a CNS depressant.
Yeah.
Tobacco is a CNS stimulant. And weed is psychoactive, right? Weed feels good with both 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So 3 feels good with 1 and 2. 3 feels better with 1. 3 feels better with 2. Mm-hmm. 3 doesn't feel quite as good without 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
What about all 3 together?
problematic because it's a perpetuating cycle.
I don't.
What would be nice is to wake up on Sunday morning and have a cup of coffee and not think about that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like, have you had one of those Sunday mornings in the last 20 years?
Where I don't use something on a Sunday?
Or don't think about it?
I'm 30. I would say the first time I got drunk was 15 and a half and probably smoked weed the first time. I would say every day since then, using something has come into my mind.
Yeah, me too.
And I think it just becomes so a part of my life. I don't think of it as like a thing that wears me down. When I was addicted to Kratom and specifically 7-OH, that wore me down to a point of wanting to kill myself, but doing much better now. But that's the first time I've ever been physically dependent on a drug and been like, oh my God, this has its literal claws in my soul.
What brought you, because I'm addicted to CNS stimulants, what brought you to a point where 7-OH, which I'm unfamiliar. So I'm curious about what the difference is between 7-OH and Kratom in general, but also what brought you to the point where you felt like you required a CNS stimulant to give you the oomph to live life.
Kratom, where do I start with this? Well, Kratom is interesting because it's both a stimulant and a downer. It's kind of...
It's like a speedball?
Kind of, yeah. Because so at low doses, Kratom kind of picks you up, and at high doses has opiate-like effects. It's a plant that has, I think, probably like how weed is, has thousands of different alkaloids, and not cannabinoids, but, whatever they are. And so a little bit picks you up, a lot kind of feels like an opiate. And I would say, because I don't think I've ever... I'm trying to answer your question is like multiple questions in one.
Sure.
So I'll just answer it the best of my ability.
Sure.
That's really all you can ask of me is do my best.
Right? To be honest with you, the fact that he's sharing anything with us right now is really like open and honest.
Yeah.
And if these viewers don't really shut the fuck up and respect this right now, I might jump through the screen and do some shit. So just y'all bear with me and listen like some fucking patient ass people, or I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, go ahead.
Thank you for having my back.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Most guests don't come on this show and have my back like you have.
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Okay, so Kratom, I would say the first time I tried it was in college. Didn't really care for it. I was like, oh, this kind of feels like a Percocet. But it wasn't until after years of using cocaine and smoking crack that I got so tired of the come down from crack and cocaine. It's just an exhausting experience and demoralizing, incomprehensibly demoralizing experience. I got to the point where I was like, opiates and downers are a much more lovely experience because I'm not violently hungover the next day. And then Kratom entered the picture like a regular thing last March, I would say. I was taking powdered Kratom, which is the powdered leaf Kratom, where they crush it down into a powder. You put it, watch out for that. You watch it. What if that cracked your entire glass?
They're fucking scratched up anyway.
That's okay. It's weathered. It's character.
It is.
It means you've used them.
I'm drifting.
You're drifting. Drifter is drifting. That's maybe your podcast name. Drifter is drifting. And so
you're getting off. When the difference between the Kratom breakdown, or the Kratom withdrawal and the crack withdrawal.
Yeah.
You described how demoralizing, because I could imagine as you described it beautifully. I'm craving crack. I'm only thinking about crack. I'm willing to fucking kill someone or do anything for crack.
Sure.
But then, what's the difference between that and 7-OH or Kratom?
Crack is crack is very, and cocaine is, can't really get physically dependent on it like you do Kratom or an opiate. It doesn't bind to receptors like it does. Crack and cocaine and a lot of stimulants are very I think short acting on your receptors. Like they blast you with dopamine and whatever else, and then they're out of there. But opiates and things that hit your opiate receptors, it binds to the receptor in a certain way where it just you hit your receptor with that thing so much it gets used to it, and it's used to getting dopamine from this outside source. And once you take away that chemical once you take away that thing your body's been depending on, now your body's like, where's the thing that has been doing what I do for myself? And now your body's screaming. And basically, withdrawal from a drug is punishment for not giving your body what it has grown accustomed to.
And something you can access from the store legally.
Yeah, Kratom especially. So 7-OH is so my Kratom 7-OH journey has been like less than a year, 10 months of like daily use. And only in the past 2 weeks have I actually for real gotten off of it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
That's fucking hard, dude.
It was the hardest. A physical addiction is really tough. It really sucks.
You're goddamn right it is.
But so 7-OH is an alkaloid of kratom.
Okay.
And it's and it's only present like in leaf kratom, it's present like 0.04%, a very small amount. But it's the alkaloid in kratom that's responsible for the opiate-like effect in that hits your opiate receptors, which is what Percocet or hydrocodone, oxycodone, all those, heroin are all opiates. Fentanyl.
So you become extraordinarily addicted.
Yeah, fentanyl sans little Asian man.
Is this shit?
No Asian man for me.
Damn.
But so 7-OH, but they figured out how to synthesize or extract 7-OH out of the kratom leaf and sell that. You see it in stores all over. It's just 7-hydroxymitriogenine. However you...
By they, you don't mean the Jews, right?
I'm sure some Jews have some.
I'm pretty sure it was a little Asian, bro.
It was a little Asian. Actually, no, here you go. Full circle. Kratom is a plant native to Southeast Asia.
Oh, my goodness.
Does that blow your mind?
No, not at all. Whether they're stealing my teeth or infecting you with their opiates.
So, and then they figured out how to make, because at that point it's just chemistry and science. So they figured out how to make synthetic 7-OH. And so 7-OH it's a highly addictive and you build a tolerance to it really fast. So you can go from 60 milligrams a day to I'm hearing horror stories of 1,500 milligrams a day, which is extraordinarily expensive. I don't know how someone affords that kind of use in a day. I was at like 300 milligrams a day.
At what cost per day?
It's probably like I've spent $40 to $80 a day for a period, which adds up so quick. That's more expensive than cocaine.
Oh, it's more expensive than rent on a nice apartment.
Yeah. So, and I was just, it was demoralizing on multiple fronts.
You're out though.
Yeah.
You're free.
I'm out.
You broke free.
Yes.
We're sitting here fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
The fact that you can even talk about it and look me in the eye about it means you own it and you're like, fuck, that sucked. Yeah. But ED, not that sucks, that sucked. Yeah. That's in the fucking past.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell that about this moment, and that's really encouraging.
But it sucked because I was like, it was a thing I kept doing to myself. I mean, this is addiction, but I kept doing it over. It's the ease of access it's right down the street. It's easy to get, and I was just doing it day in and day out. And my comedy was suffering, my relationships were suffering. It was destroying my life more than alcohol or any drugs ever had. Because alcohol for me, I would drink and I would relapse for about a week, and it would get really bad really fast. I would go to the psych ward and I'd be done. And then I would go back to AA or something else. And then what's weird though is kratom kind of was a double-edged sword, because on one hand it was ruining my life, but on the other it was keeping me from drinking. But before I went to detox back in November, before then I got on Suboxone the second time to get off kratom, I was like, well, I'm going to detox, so I might as well go out with a bang. So I decided to drink and smoke meth with this gay guy for just smoke meth, nothing else. But for like 3 days, we just hung out and smoked meth. Shout out Damien. Hope you're doing well.
Let's pause for 2 seconds, because what I just heard was the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. I highly endorse it. It's totally the way to go out. If you're going to go out on addiction, you have to hang out with a gay guy named Damien.
Yeah.
And do meth and what? Suboxone.
Smoke. No, he was just smoking meth, but I was drinking and smoking meth and taking 7-OH.
You don't fuck as hard as this man. You do not fuck as hard as this man. This man fucks harder than you, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Well,
fucking cowboy hat on.
You only say that because it sounds like you've lived a life that has been fraught with some sort of suffering in some way.
Fuck, man, I'm coming in shy of you, and it's been a minute since I met a motherfucker who lives harder than me.
Well, I've just lived hard
I'm
drug
impressed.
wise.
I'm impressed. You survived it.
Yeah.
Like what I was saying, man. The whole thing about S70H sucks. You said 70H sucked with ED, past tense. And that when you said it, you said it with confidence and belief, and I didn't see any shiver or like hesitation. I call it out if I saw it. I'd be like, well, it's going to be a struggle for you.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, you said ED with a certainty and determination. So fucking congrats to you, because that sounds like a nightmare of a physical and psychological addiction to get over.
It was pretty rough, but now it's like, sure, I feel good right now in this moment, but it's like there's now certain actions I need to take to ensure that I stay off this stuff.
For sure.
It's like, for me, it's probably go back to AA, get a sponsor, et cetera, which is my route of abstinence from substances. I recognize it's not everyone's journey, but it's been the only thing that's been able to keep me in a state of abstinence for any length of time.
When I showed up here today and he guided me in my Millennium Falcon, the first thing I said to him is, are you an addict in recovery or an alcoholic in recovery? And he said, yes and yes. And I was like, cool, because we're all at different areas of succeeding and failing.
For sure.
In different ways. I'm not here to fuck you up and bring you down. I'm not here to imprint on myself a genuine guilt that I should have and like a dark spot on my character for causing you any more struggle than you should already have. This shit's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Fucking so is stand-up comedy. You did the fucking Creek last night?
No, I wasn't. I did Black Rabbit and I had improv rehearsal.
Black Rabbit?
Yep.
Nice. You suck fucking
I'm
good.
a door guy there.
Okay.
That's how I get up there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
Who'd I
I've been
suck?
sucking all kinds of people to get on there.
It's tough. It's like, it seems to be. I'm very lucky. I moved here and got a door guy spot there. It's the only reason I get up there. Is
Premium stage time, fantastic place. That's the only reason I say that. Plus, I'm always sucking all these people's dicks to try and get on there, and it never happens.
You got on Roast Battle.
I just keep sucking all these dicks, and it's like I keep drinking the cum. Anyway, that went too far.
And I don't know.
Sometimes you forget you're live on YouTube, and you're just like, wow, this is happening.
It's okay. You know, if YouTube kicks me off, I have the footage recording there and on the board. I'll post it.
This did happen. They can't lie about it. And by they, I mean
the powers that be.
Yeah, the powers that be. People in charge. People who put Michael Jackson on Propofol. People who put Taylor Neely on 70H.
People that put, that killed Jimi Hendrix.
On whatever the fuck he was on. God, can you imagine?
Yeah.
He was playing a guitar upside down, backwards, left-handed.
Have you heard the theory that he was killed by like his manager?
No.
Because he was worth more to his manager dead than he was alive. Because his manager could like make all these royalties and stuff if he was dead. Some crazy shit. It's crazy how at a top level of something, someone will decide like, you're worth more. You've brought me these riches, but you're now worth more to me dead than alive.
That's been the working assessment for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's...
maybe I'm confusing the two, but...
Well, no, the same. But like I've heard loosely the claim for Jimmy, but
yeah,
it kind of came after Michael's was very unpacked for me by a very black guy.
Yeah.
And what he boiled down to was the acquisition of the rights to his materials by Sony.
Yeah.
And then a series of events that followed that made sense for them to be able to further and fully acquire or reacquire certain things. It seemed like a power grab. Yeah. More than...
So Michael Jackson's... You're saying the theory is that Michael Jackson's doctor killed him to... Wait, why would Michael Jackson's doctor have... Why would that be worth anything to his doctor?
Because Corey Feldman told him to do it because Michael Jackson had been fingering Corey Feldman's butthole. Yeah. Corey Feldman said, listen, Michael. Yeah. Listen... what was the doctor's name? Let's say it's Dr. Leonard Cohen. No, it wasn't Leonard Cohen. Who was it?
I don't know. Let me figure out.
Let's find this out. We got the internet here.
The internet in front of our very eyes. Michael
Jackson, doctor.
Michael Jackson.
DOCTOR, and you're good.
Oh. Conrad Murray.
So.
Really him?
You know.
Is he Is
he looks
in
like
jail?
he looks like the why are you gay?
He does a little bit.
Why are you gay? He's shaking the banana.
I've only heard that video. I've never seen it.
It's priceless, but
Conrad Murray. Is he dead? No, he's alive.
Is he? I think
He's an convicted felon. He was.
I think Trump probably pardoned him. That would be on. That would be on.
It would be on par for
On
Trump
par.
to do that for no reason at all. Andrew died in 2000. Wow, he did not meet his father.
Conrad Murray's a fantastic doctor, the best doctor. I'm gonna pardon him.
It's not a bad Trump.
He's gonna put my kids on.
It's not the best
Pro
Trump,
football.
but it's not a bad Trump.
Because I don't practice it. Because I don't like that fuck.
You think if you practiced it, you'd be pretty good?
Man, I'm the son of a fucking soldier, and that motherfucker's a draft dodger. I don't even fucking play with that guy.
Trump or your father?
My dad is a soldier, and that guy's a that guy's a draft dodger in the same era. Same with Clinton. My dad claims he gave up his spot at Georgetown to Bill Clinton. What happened was my dad's a triple eagle. He grew up in poverty. He grew up right next to.
Wait, are you adopted?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard that.
And my dad grew up in Boston though, in poverty.
Biological or adopted?
Adopted. I have no knowledge
Gotcha.
of my biological parents to
None.
this day. No intent. Man. That's just gonna let me down.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking people who adopted me are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
There's no way they could possibly. It'd be hard on them.
Yeah.
Like I've thought about this from this angle too. It's kind of funny. Like the people who gave me up for adoption because she was 14 and he was God knows what the fuck he was, monster.
Wow. Yeah.
You know? Good God.
Your biological father.
Unless he's 14, 15, or 16, fuck that dude. You know?
Yeah.
But whatever it was, the whole situation is like I could go find out
Yeah.
if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could appreciate the fucking fact that I inherited a adopted father,
Yeah.
and adopted mother who were special education teachers,
Right.
and attorneys.
Is that why you got into?
Yeah, special ed teacher,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. 'Cause I mean, it's one of those things. Astronauts, kids become astronauts. NBA players, kids become. You just see that it's very practical and possible. Yeah.
And my dad is Bill Cosby.
Oh no shit!
That's why I got into stand-up comedy.
Did he drop something in a drink, or did that happen biologically? Is this an adoption via drugging, or how does this work?
I think he tested a lot of his favorite drugs on me.
If you were to look through some of the movies he's made called Leonard, have you seen the Leonard movies?
No.
Bill Cosby made this movie called Leonard something or other.
Yeah.
It's like Leonard Returns or
Yeah.
some stupid shit.
He's back.
Exactly. And he's wiggling around hot dogs and doing all kinds of weird shit, being silly Bill Cosby as like a spy,
Yeah.
but he drugs women throughout the entire series.
That's crazy.
It's like constant throughout each of the Leonard movies.
Yeah.
So if you look back in time, he was very, very apparent about that type of shit.
Well, that's where we can tie this into why is this person worth more to you dead than alive? It's like a lot of people knew Bill Cosby was doing this before he got in trouble. It's crazy what someone can get away with for the long. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, all that stuff. What someone can get away with as long as you're making someone money, vast sums of money, they're gonna look the other way.
100%. That's why you have to be a good person. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Bill Cosby. He's got warts all over his fucking face. He's going to hell. He could have all the money in the world and shit, but you can't dig yourself out of the pit that you've dug yourself with your conduct.
No.
I've taught special education for the last 20 years. I've raised a stepdaughter and a daughter. I'm a good person. Fuck Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I'll spike his head in the ground like a fucking volleyball. I don't give a shit.
Probably not get in trouble for it.
Well, I mean, it's one of the cool things about being a good person and actually living a good life for 20 years is you can sit here and be like, fuck Bill Cosby. Fuck that motherfucker in his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck all his comedy. Fuck everything he's done. Fuck everyone he's ever, just the fact that he's hurt everyone that he's ever hurt. Fuck him in every single way. And guess what? I'm still a better person than him.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm probably fucking funnier than him. It just hasn't come out yet. Because there's not this fucking theater full of people who are sitting there watching me sitting there on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Talking about brain damage and my kids and some fucking simp ass 70s ass comedy way. Motherfucker, you come a step up and do 2026 comedy.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, you come try to do stand up at a fucking open mic in 2026 when everything's been said and everything's been fucking circled around you. Bill Cosby, You as say you get to rewind back in time and be a young man right now. You as my equal.
Yeah.
You come step up at a fucking open mic and put yourself against any of these open micers and try to make them laugh against you. And fucking guess what? Good luck, because you're not going to be able to Rudy and all the weird shit you did on the show. Motherfucker, that is fake. That's not funny. It is not funny.
Yeah.
There's something different between and if no matter what, if you watch a lot of hack ass comics that have made it throughout the years.
I can think of this guy. I'll show you him later.
Tell me, please.
I don't know his name, but he has this crazy haircut that's like spiked hair straight up, and he does like, I've only watched a few of his videos, but it's like
Sinbad.
yeah. Sinbad. We went through his white guy hair straight up face, but no, he just like does the most hack corny comedy ever. But he has like, a lot of people think he bought his followers. I don't know his name. I can show you him later, but he's like, I've heard stuff about this guy. Like, how does this guy have a career? But what he does is he just goes to like C rooms all over the country and is just like performing in Nowheresville, Alabama, for this person or that. It's like, if you have a career built off of buying followers off of something that's disingenuous, it's gonna come out in the wash, and it's not gonna work out for you. If you're willing to cheat the system some way, the system has ways of like punishing you, like either known to you, or like you can spend your entire life. I think if you're that person, like, why is it not working? Why am I not the most famous person? It's like, well, you took these actions in your past, and the universe or the system is punishing for you in some way.
I don't sign up for Kill Tony. Guess why? I'm not fucking ready. I'm not ready to pop. I don't have drifter.com. I don't have a t-shirt ready. I don't have ways to make money off this. I can't seize the moment like Timmy No Breaks is. I'm not prepared at the moment. So guess what? I don't fucking sign up for Kill Tony.
That's smart.
Because I'm setting myself up for success. A lot of these people have a head about themselves in general. And the reality is, man, I fucking suck. I'm going to sit here and tell you, I suck dick at comedy, but you know what's happening? Every fucking day, I'm getting better. And over years and years and years, you're not going to shake me. You're not going to get rid of me. And I'm going to do nothing but get better and better and better. And over time, you're going to have to accept me as a peer. And when that happens, we'll sit down, we'll break bread, and you'll realize, oh shit, I've been fucking doubting this fucking middle-aged genius for years and years and years. And you know what? I was wrong. And it's okay, because you can be humble every once in a while. But until then, fuck your mother.
That's a good way to look at it.
I have to.
I've been doing comedy for almost 5 years, and it really will. When you start, you're like, I'm green. I'm going to do I started in Atlanta. It's like, I'm going to do every open mic I possibly can. Get on stage as much as I can. And then you reach a point where it's like, okay, now I'm doing book shows or whatever. Maybe I don't need to do, maybe I should spend more time writing. Whatever. You figure out how to modify the craft or whatever to like get better at the craft. But comedy has ways of shaking you and making you lose faith. At least for me, I can only speak from my experience, but it can, because also there's life and there's comedy, and sometimes life gets in the way of comedy, and you just have to reevaluate. For me, constantly why I'm doing comedy, what I want out of comedy, what it does for me, what I can do for it. But I have felt the demoralization of like how comedy can be like, oh, it's a long road. It's a long road of trying and failing, mostly failing. And people don't see those years of when someone finally pops, they don't see the like how much hard work it took to even maybe some days just get out of bed and go to an open mic when you really don't even want to.
No, they're like, Pete Davidson sucks.
Yeah.
That's all they
Pete
say.
Davidson
they're
sucks.
like Pete Davidson didn't do comedy from what he was like 17 or 18 or whatever until
from a child.
But he's just like, Pete Davidson sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Pete Davidson has
been doing comedy
for a long time. Then he was been out of it for a while. Now he's getting back into it. Wherever you made that assessment, Pete Davidson doesn't suck. It's just that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The whole idea, and I'm not a huge Pete Davidson fan. It's just he's the first person that comes to mind because he's like, because he was with Kanye's girl and stuff. He's like the biggest target.
Yeah,
and he catches that shit a lot. But the reality is like, like people who don't suffer through that shit, only almost 2 years in, don't realize that you'll go through a Christmas, which will be like your second Christmas of comedy, and you'll have enough time off from it from being like, wow, I've got all these other resources available to me in life. I could do all these other things if I wanted to. What if this wasn't my fucking dream?
Sure.
You have to actually fucking reevaluate yourself.
I've done that a lot recently.
There's people out here who fucking lie to yourselves and say they don't reevaluate shit. Whether it's the comics who finally reach some success and all of a sudden they could go into TV or movies, or whether it's and they just kind of weigh in their options to stuff. They don't want to admit they're reevaluating. We're all constantly reevaluating what's best for us as a human being. Mm-hmm. And at any given point for me as an individual, what may be best for me is to walk away from any of this. Mm-hmm. Because of that, I have complete freedom.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that with education at first. Mm-hmm. That's why I started calling myself Drifter instead of Mike Henry. Mm-hmm. Just because, like, I was afraid of getting fired from my regular job. Mm-hmm. The reality is, in regards to that, I'm one of the best in the world. Yeah. I suck at comedy. Yeah. I'm one of the best in the world at that. Yeah. I can get hired. I throw a rock and find someplace that'll hire me to do that. Mm-hmm. For comedy, that's...
Because there's a lot of people that probably don't want to do working with special ed.
Where's that? And there's no males who've done it for 20 years consistently. Yeah. I've never... If I could tell you the last time I met a male who has taught special education as long as I do, I haven't. Yeah.
Well, it takes a specific, like, special kind of person. Like, probably someone who's very patient and is willing to... I mean, have there been days of teaching special ed where, like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this? No.
But there have been for comedy.
Sure.
How is that on a comedy podcast for a fucking authentic guest? Have there been any days at all in your entire career in 20 years in special education where you had a single doubt that you were cut out for this or capable of doing this? Mm-hmm. No. Has there been a day? Yeah, every fucking day. Yeah. In comedy. That's how hard comedy is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go do comedy for 2 years. Go do special education teaching for 20 years. You tell me which one is harder.
Yeah. Why did you want to do comedy in the first place?
I love making people laugh, man.
Yeah.
There's something so addictive about that involuntary, uncontrollable laugh. When what you said, and especially if it was a little quippy or a little spontaneous or tweaked from the way you planned it, and it actually ringed harder, that reaction, just the fact that you brought joy to people's lives. Because the trauma I've experienced in life, Taylor, any break I got from that during the hardest parts was the greatest gift I could get at that moment. It was the most relief. Any type of genuine, authentic distraction that was sustainable for more than a moment, and that would keep me thinking about it and laughing about it, or engaged in some type of content to distract me from the horror or the craziness of my life at that moment. That right there was like, it registered with me when Big J Okerson gave that to me. Mm-hmm. It was such relief when Mike Rainey and all the boys at Little Stinkers would give me something to listen to and focus on instead of something really tough that was going on in life, not related to teaching, just personal life. That really helped a lot. And I was like, holy shit. I got into special education because I wanted to give like the greatest gift I could think to young people, which is help them learn, get them fired up about learning, make them enjoy school, the whole school experience in general. And then when it came to comedy, my thoughts were, fuck, if I can get good at making people laugh against their will, involuntarily, man, fuck, it's probably happened a dozen times in my entire career, 2-year career comedy. Making people laugh involuntarily, isn't it sparse and so seldom when it happens? And when it just feels like $1 million.
Yes,
it's so validating.
I started doing improv again recently. I did improv for like 2 years in Atlanta.
Really?
And I felt like I was pretty good, quick at improv. I just have a mind that's geared towards that art form. And I started doing it again recently because stand-up can be pretty lonely sometimes. And it's a very solo endeavor. It can be very isolating and unforgiving at times. And so there were auditions for a improv troupe that I went and did. And I thought of the audition for the improv troupe as just an opportunity to get on stage and have some fun and play. And then the audition was fun. It went really well. They didn't even ask me to come back for the callback. They just said, like, you got it. And then we had rehearsal yesterday, and it was the first rehearsal where I'm finally off Kratom 7OH, like finally feeling like myself again. And I'm in this scene with this girl, Megan, and we're like a couple from Hawaii, and we're in Idaho. And it's ridiculous explaining improv. It doesn't make sense to explain it. But in this scene, the chemistry I had with this girl in this scene was so like, it's just like magic. When you have chemistry with someone in improv, it's exciting and it's magic, and it feels like not $1 million, it's like $1 billion. It's like there's no value you can put on this feeling that being creative in that way gives you. It's like this sense of play and creativity, and like, look, we're creating this thing together in this moment out of our minds. We don't even need stuff in this to illustrate what I've put Idaho out here. We're in this old clunker of a vehicle, and we're on the same page at the same time. Our minds it's like telepathy a little bit. You're creating this thing together, and like you're saying things at the same time, and everyone around you's laughing. And that's what I like about improv, is it's that in the moment stuff and spontaneity that's what my favorite moments, most people's favorite moments in stand-up are when you say something in the moment that the whole crowd laughs, that you'll never be able to recreate again. It's that magic moment. And sometimes people have captured that moment on film, and they put it online, and you can make a career out of spontaneous moments. Crowd work clips, which have been beaten like a dead horse. The horse has been dead for ages. It's rotting corpse, and you're still beating it. Those are crowd work clips. But that's why I started doing improv again, not to like get famous or get successful, or like just specifically to do this and have fun and maybe feed into stand-up comedy and help with my stand-up comedy career, because all these creative endeavors kind of feed into each other. And I feel like you got to have other creative experiences. You got to have a life outside of stand-up to do stand-up.
This is what people forget. By the way, that moan of syncope or like synchronicity that you experience with like a collaborator, it's something that's so cool about podcasting, is because over time you'll have those occasional moments, but more often in troupe or improv comedy. What's fun for me about that thing you just described, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. It's so embarrassing when you're on YouTube Live and you're like, I have ADD, choo choo.
Train of thought, choo choo.
Train of thought kept going. Fuck me in the butt. This is why I was born without an asshole. This is why I'm so full of shit. I like that. Is that a Rodecaster?
It's a Zoom PodTrack P8.
Zoom PodTrack P8.
Same
Nice.
thing as a Rodecaster.
Nice. Can it detect how hard I fuck? Because I fuck real hard. Let me see the meters on this thing. I'm off the fucking charts,
you're number
folks.
one.
I'm number one on the fucking chart.
Not now. You're gone.
I just fuck so hard. I don't even know what to do anymore.
And
I
it's
just
back.
fuck so hard.
Now he's
we're
back.
That's so we're back. Fuck me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
I did that with Mike on the other day on the podcast.
It's all right. I lose my train of thought constantly. This is one of the most like this has been a very enjoyable podcast so far. This has been one of the most like I haven't got up to pee. Usually I get up to pee somewhere
I have
on
to
the
pee
podcast.
so fucking bad.
You
I
can
was
go pee
just
if you
about
want
say
to.
that. Well, I was about to
We can
say
put it on
it
pod.
would be funny if he had a spittoon that was for his podcast where we could stand. I'm going to try and arrange myself like in regards to the
Like to
camera.
pee on camera.
Yeah, like just say hypothetically there was a spittoon like right over here just off shot.
Yeah.
And I could like urinate here while I'm speaking with you. I could like narrate my urination.
Yeah, you actually could.
It would be like a narration of urination.
The piston.
The piston, yes.
Spittoon,
Absolutely.
piston.
I could fill it up.
What you're saying about not signing up for Kill Tony is smart, because I've done it twice, and I'm like, I should have really, because I'm friendly with Casey Rocket, and he said like, you should, even though I went, he didn't say like you shouldn't have gone on it. He said like, you should really like because Casey did comedy for 10 years before he went on Kill Tony, and he didn't even sign up. They asked him to come on because he was in Austin. Like, people knew of him, and they asked him to come on, and he was ready to go on there and kill it. And look where it took him. He has a whole career now. And Kill Tony is like, obviously, Kill Tony, is thrives off of people who shouldn't going on and being crazy people. But for those of us who are like, maybe want to make a career out of this, maybe want to make a living off of this, it's the wise thing is to do what I'm not good at, which is what a lot of comics are not good at, which is impulse control. A lot of us are like, I'm going to go on there. It's going to work out for me. I'm going to have that moment, which when I moved here, it's like, I don't think I can fault myself or anyone can fault me for still doing it. But it's like, now I'm at a point, it's like, okay, I'm going to wait till I have something really good to go on again. Because it's like, what am I going to go up on there and just be another normal white guy, go on there, maybe do my kind of weirder comedy? But it's like,
throw caution to the wind.
Yeah.
Let's see who the guests were this evening. Let's see how they respond. Let's leave caution to that. Let's leave caution to how Tony's feeling this evening, because he's a human being.
Right.
And he's entitled to be in a bad mood. And he's entitled to be quippy on his own show. Let's see how he perceives me, because he's entitled to his own perceptions. If we want to remove all those factors, what I do is follow the advice that Casey gave. Fortunately, he gave that to two people.
Yeah.
He gave that to you and someone else who I'm not going to disclose, but they relayed it to me. And they said, Casey said, wait till you're ready, and wait till you'll know you're ready when they ask.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, I'm going to do that. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so only one time, like the first time that I was downtown in Austin, I signed up, and thank God I didn't get accepted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't feel like it was like over in any way. And I don't feel like, because I don't know. It's one of the things, those things, we all have our paths. I've gotten up and embarrassed myself in so many other ways. God, the fucking first 2 years of comedy are so embarrassing.
For sure.
You're so ambitious, overly ambitious, while you're surrounded by people who are more successful than you, then don't give a fuck. They're like, why the fuck are you like so worried about X, Y, and Z? And you're like, cause it fucking matters. And like, no, it fucking doesn't, dipshit. And then you're like, what? And you just don't get it. And then I'm still at year 2, and I'm just approaching year 2, and the end of year 2, and I'm like, fuck. What don't I understand now that I will understand 10 years from now? You know what? Since that's not determined, I better just shut the fuck up. I better just like really like take some stock in myself and humble myself and lay low and do the best I can and show up and try to make an impression and not think you're king shit. Fuck mountain, and just really relax about this shit, because man, I had a head about myself at first, and then it's like, okay, there ain't really nothing special about me that differentiates me from anybody else. Yeah, I'm an intelligent dude. Yeah, I'm a little bit older, but fuck, other people got other accents that can counter that, like extreme stage presence, great memory, the ability to memorize jokes, some type of unique shtick, dressing like a fucking clown, sticking your finger in Tony's butt when you suck his dick. Who knows what it is? But everybody's got their angle that they're working in comedy. And mine is going to be, I'm just going to be the best special ed teacher I can be. I'm going to fit comedy in as I fucking can. It's going to evolve as it fucking can. And I'm going to be fine either way.
Yeah.
And so all I could do is relax about this shit. Otherwise, I'm not going to be fucking funny anymore. I'm going to get all spazzed out. Yeah. Like, I got to be a fucking star.
Yeah.
Be a fucking star. Drifter's a fucking middle-aged comedy star. Can y'all imagine some fucking middle-aged fucking like Lone Star jacket, cowboy hat wearing, fucking fat throat, bearded, fucking nasty ass middle-aged motherfucker becoming famous all of a sudden like Jim Carrey? It's not happening. And that's fucking K. And the sooner that I accept that and like am cool with that and realize that I'm not the shit, the sooner people might take some interest in what I'm doing. You got any sponsors you can talk about while I take a piss?
No sponsors, but I can talk. I can talk to the audience.
Man,
I'm not afraid to be on my own here.
school them on the old head shit we've been dropping them.
Yeah.
Help them realize how special they are to be able to listen to this live for free.
Mm-hmm.
This is the benefit of the United States
Yeah.
of America, to be honest with you. I mean, in Iran right now, you can't get YouTube.
No.
You can't listen to Drifter talk about what his sad-ass comedy career.
Well, I'm going to, to the best of my ability, I'm going to get this to Iran. Okay. The podcast is for Iran. This is the podcast to save Iran.
Circle around. I'm going to go pee.
You're good.
No headphones on that.
No, they can't come with you. You'll take the entire board with you. Can you imagine? So now watch all the cords while you're over there. Just because I've made the mistake of pulling stuff down.
Bring this back to Iran while I urinate and
Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, the people, the proud, the Marines. There's a lot going on in the world right now, as you know. I'm sure if you have eyeballs, you see the news, you see it on your phone, you see it on the TV. Minnesota, Iran, Venezuela, China, Russia, Ukraine, all of it is collapsing in front of our very eyes. And that's just the way it is. You know, I talked to my dad last time I was home in Columbus, Ohio. I said, has stuff ever been this crazy? Have you ever seen times like this? And he said no. He's never seen things this crazy in his entire life, and that's what's unique about being being alive during this time, which is kind of cool to be alive during this time and witness like the astronomical insanity that is going on in the world right now. It's kind of cool. It's, I don't know, you can feel kind of lucky and unique to witness all this stuff, even though there's a lot of crazy horrors going on in the world right now. It's still kind of cool to be around, like, wow, I am in a unique place to be able to witness the insanity that is 2026. And the past, since 2014, things have really gone. Since I went to college, it's been crazier and crazier every single year. Welcome back.
And when you think about it, if all of the kratom addiction issues in the United States could be traced back to their root origins, specifically root, because kratom is a root, that root is sourced from Iran. It's sourced from a valley in Iran that we could nuke very quickly if President Trump would just take action. We have people whose lives are being affected by kratom addiction. President Trump, I'm calling on you today to call for the end of kratom addiction by nuking the valley in the middle of Iran. Forget all of the protesters dying and stuff. That stuff's not important. We got Americans dying of kratom addiction. It's no bueno. So thank you.
While you were gone, I was saying I've talked to my dad multiple times about. I asked him, like, have you, in all your years of living, in your 61 years of life, have you ever seen, like, have times ever been this crazy? And he said no. Like, he's just never, things have never been this crazy in the world he's ever witnessed. How about you?
It gets worse every year. So how old's your dad right now?
61.
Mine's like 13 to 15 years older than yours. And so, you know, born in 46, every account.
Yeah, my dad was born in 64.
I mean, the world is a shit show. And I don't think he's being dramatic about it, because when he looks at it from his perspective, there was pomp and circumstance, there was class and character, there was a way of conducting yourself as a head of state, there was international relations that were known in a certain way. The world operated underneath a certain auspice that no longer exists as of 2016. And will never probably exist again if the cult of personality continues to rule.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine putting that genie back in the bottle, because it was a classy bottle.
Yeah.
And what came out was unclassy. And so it's like, how do you put the unclassy back in the classy bottle? It's real tricky to figure out how we don't turn into idiocracy right now. I'm really worried about myself getting addicted to kratom. I hadn't thought about kratom.
Well, just don't try it.
Well, I've never heard of 7-OH before this day, but now that we're thinking about it so much, I'm really considering taking it.
No.
Oh, it's on my mind every day now. I mean, well, every moment. Ever since I walked in this apartment, all I can think about is taking kratom.
Well, I can tell you this. At first, you'd be like, wow, this is... You might throw up the first time you take it because it's pretty strong stuff.
How do you take it?
It's a tablet that you chew.
Okay.
And they're flavored. You know, so kids can like them.
It's like Flintstones.
Kids, yeah. Some of them taste bad, but really the flavor technology they've injected in this it's pretty, it's like, oh wow, this tastes like an orange creamsicle.
Taylor, I think I hear you're saying, hold on, we got to get a clip from this one. Let me articulate this properly. Taylor.
Should I pretend like you just slapped me too?
Huh?
So yeah. Okay.
Taylor, I think I hear you're saying that kratom is actually Flintstones gack. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh.
Flintstones gack.
I think you just knocked the addiction out of me.
Good. Flintstones gack.
Mm-hmm.
10 million strong and growing. Can you imagine if Hanna-Barbera got behind kratom?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so in the 1970s, late 60s, early 70s, there were two cabals of cartoon power.
Yeah.
One was with the Nazis, one was with the communists in Russia. The Nazis was Walt Disney.
Yeah.
The communists was Hanna-Barbera.
Wait. Go back. Okay, so the cartoon power, you mean like what cartoons would use as inspiration?
So before the internet and television, broadcasting television, there's only so much time. There's 24 hours per channel, right? Yeah. And there's only so many channels.
Yeah.
And so in regards to CBS, NBC, ABC, there was a broadcasting war, and it was between the Nazis and the communists. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew this. Yeah. No one will fucking talk about this. This is only on your podcast. The Nazis were behind Disney.
Yeah.
The communists from Russia were behind Hanna-Barbera, right? Scooby-Doo is Hanna-Barbera.
Is Hanna-Barbera
a production company like Disney?
Okay.
They made Scooby-Doo,
really?
Pink Panther, any of the wacky shit from the 70s where you're like, oh, what is that fucking weird cartoon?
Yeah.
That's all Hanna-Barbera.
What?
Anything look up all Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And so getting back on how I got off on this shit to begin with, it had to do with kratom. Oh, the fact that
groundbreaking. Wow.
1957 is when Hanna-Barbera started. It died off by the 2000s, but it gave birth to Yogi Bear, Scooby-Doo, the Jetsons.
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes is Warner Brothers. That's
right.
the third.
I'm thinking of I'm trying to think of what's that channel that plays the old shows?
Adult Swim?
No, it's old cartoons. They play Jetsons. What is that?
Nickelodeon?
No. Ooh, okay. But what you're saying is Hanna-Barbera was communist.
Yes, there was a libertarian faction, which was the one we just saw. It's
Boomerang. It's Boomerang that plays the old cartoon.
Boomerang. Gonna put Drifter on some Zaboomafoo shit.
Yeah, the Boomerang is a Warner Bros. Discovery-owned network known for airing classic and contemporary animated shows. Yeah.
Oh, man. See, I had my pubes by this time. I was already a working man, and I had a stepchild, and I wasn't paying attention to cartoons. Is this the ones who made, like, Batman and stuff?
No, they were just a channel that would air, like, Bugs Bunny and Jetsons.
Oh, okay.
And they would just air old cartoons.
Okay. This was a distributor, really.
Tom and Jerry.
I was talking really about those.
Right, yeah. So, you go back.
Yeah, because that's kind of like the neo-Nazis, like, expressing the original Aryan thoughts versus, I don't know how to draw this equation without seeming offensive.
But what was your point? So
I guess my original point is we were looking at two different factions.
Yeah.
We talked about the fact that kratom is being ushered in by... I really lost track, man.
The Nazis were Disney.
The Nazis are Disney. Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to tie kratom to it.
Was someone in...
If you want to brace a breakdown of it...
Was Walt Disney a Nazi?
No, it's just that the Blue Powers would invest in the Hanna-Barbera folks.
Interesting.
And the Red Powers would invest in the Disney folks.
Like, were they American Nazis or...
It was all behind the scenes, yes. American and German Nazis. And it was also American and Russian...
So were they trying to put
communists.
Like subliminal messaging in the cartoons?
It's all in there.
100%. But it's not race related and it's not ideology related. It is sexuality related.
Really?
That's the most bizarre thing, is that that's the only thing that made it all the way through the cartoonists. It was more about Walt Disney funding the Nazis while they were still alive. It was more about the Hanna-Barbera founders implementing the Russian agenda for the first 10 or so years that they were allowed.
Because that was the time of like the Red Scare, right?
Absolutely. We're in the Cold War.
Yeah.
We've got cartoon influencing kids' minds, right?
Cold War. Burr.
We want as many kids to think that they're hippie freaks. We
Yeah.
want as many kids as possible to think that they are part of the groovy culture. We want them to be tuned in to what's going on. We still recording?
Yeah.
We want the kids of the 60s and 70s to be tuned in to what's groovy. We want them buying. We want them consumers. We are turning this into a consumer culture. That's what Hanna-Barbera was about from the communist end, because they wanted the greatest good for the nation state.
Mm-hmm.
But what they didn't realize was Hanna-Barbera, since it's a private corporation, it's not a nation state.
Mm-hmm.
We're just doing everything that's best for a private corporation. It sounds like some Alex Jones shit, but it's real.
No, I like that stuff. I like
w-
conspiracy type stuff because a lot of it's real.
It is.
A lot
and
of
it's
it's real
unusual
shit.
too.
Yeah.
Some of it's like pointless too. Like
Yeah.
the ones I'm describing right now, like that never got them any gains. That never made them billions of dollars or did anything for them. They was just like fucking listless, stupid ideology that never led anywhere.
Well, the state of I would say since ever since I became politically just even interested in like politics and what's going on, the state of the world, and I have my own beliefs, you have your own beliefs. Everyone has their own beliefs, and a lot of people make those beliefs like their whole identity now, which is just it's very destructive. And I think social media and technology is tying into the destruction of everything in front of us. But oh no, like it's made me like probably even since COVID, I've become a lot more like skeptical and questioning of just like the information we're being fed, and like just the recent thing, Renee Good, that whole thing. It's like there's two sides to that story. There's two sides to every story, and there's also stuff that we're not told about specific stories.
In general, it's good to ask, what do I believe and why do I believe it?
Right.
Because I have found myself, like, people don't hold themselves accountable to what they used to believe. They
Right.
don't like to revisit the fact that when Drifter was 24, he
Yeah.
was in a rock band
Yeah.
and he was a singer and he believed aliens existed and he believed that he could cause for his lyrics and his music to influence the change in child abduction and all kinds of like terrible things that are going on around the world, both by humans and in his perception by extra-dimensional beings. There are things that people believe in their 20s and 30s that they won't own up to in their 40s most often. I will, because it's fucking funny and I was full of shit. But that's the fucking funny thing about society to me, is there are many, many things people will wholeheartedly subscribe to, tattoo on their fucking face, live according to, go march and die for. But then guess what? 7 years later, they'll fucking laugh about it or deny it or not talk about it because they're ashamed about it. I'll live by my mistakes, because if I don't, I'm just going to keep making them and be an asshole my whole fucking life instead of the first half.
Yeah.
I plan on being an asshole the first half of my life, Tyler. I don't want to be an asshole the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on like making mistakes and owning them and getting better at it the first half of my life. Because, dude, if I sat here and told you that I didn't try to like have a BMX bike shop out of my garage
Mm-hmm.
and legitimately think it was going to take off in my early 30s. I mean, think about yourself right now. How realistic is it for a BMX bike shop to take off out of your garage in a residential neighborhood?
With the right Instagram marketing, probably could.
It's the optimism I held at the time.
Yeah.
I see many more barriers in place now. I just like, there's things that when I was 30, I was like, oh, fuck, this is real. And one thing I'm not going to do about like that in regards to that for myself is comedy.
Yeah.
Is I'm done pretending. I suck at comedy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying to be funny as I fucking can be.
Mm-hmm.
People figure that out in time. They'll hire me when they're ready to hire me. Until then, I'm here. And I'm fucking thankful for any opportunity to get on any podcast I can. And this has been, like, honestly, the most candid conversation I've had in a long time.
Do you feel good about it?
Fuck
This
yeah.
has been one of my favorite podcasts that I've done in maybe ever.
I feel like I feel like I made a new friend just through a conversation.
Yeah,
but
for
it's
sure.
Like, you just have to kind of walk into it like humble and open-ended about it and realize, like, listen,
Yeah.
we're here to, like, show some people a genuine human interaction.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be anything but ourselves, and if they don't like that, they can fuck off. I mean, really, that's the only attitude we can have about it. It's not that I don't want them listening to it. It's that, like, if they have anything to say about it, they can literally just not leave a comment. They can just fuck off, because it just doesn't matter in any way to me. But I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to, that was something cool about getting on Mike Rainey's podcast too. I'm just kind of dipping into podcasting now.
How do you know him?
I admire Mike Rainey.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of his.
He makes me laugh out loud involuntarily a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So does Jake Matera.
Little Stinkers is a great podcast.
Del Calo.
Love that podcast.
These guys, I register with them because they're my age.
Mm-hmm.
They just somehow know how to make me laugh.
I met Del Calo at a party here. I was like, oh, Little Stinkers. And they were so excited and grateful that I knew their podcast, because they're not the biggest podcast in the world. So they were just like, I just mentioned it to them, and they were like just open and just like happy. It was such a cool way to meet like someone, because when you see people on YouTube, you hear them, it puts them at a certain status in your mind, in your brain, and once you meet them, it's like, this is the guy, and you hold them on like kind of a pedestal, whether I mean to or not. And then when you meet him, it's just like, this is the guy.
Yeah, I had that feel for them already just because I'm so same age.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I actually got to meet each of them individually, I bought a ticket to their show. I'm a supporter of Little Stinkers. When they finally came to the Creek in the Cave in Austin, Texas, happy to buy a ticket to that show. Sat right up front and enjoyed. I couldn't fucking believe how good their stand-up was.
Yeah.
Especially Jake.
Really?
Holy shit, Jake Matera's stand-up. Man, it's something else.
What about Wet and Juicy Jess Simmons?
Well, I didn't see him there that night. I don't know if he was
He's just
there.
their producer, I think.
I think so. He actually retired recently.
Really? From the podcast?
The podcast, yeah.
Aw.
He's moving on to something else. He's just a professional golfer or something.
Really?
Well, something related to it.
Wow.
Or maybe that's just his interest, and he's got other ways of making his bread and butter.
Sure.
Kind of like I'm super fascinated in being a comic, but I'm actually the world's best special ed teacher.
Yeah.
Maybe who knows? Maybe he's got some other little thing he's really good at.
Right.
He also is interested in helping out with Little Stinkers because it's funny as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to know them by being a fan, by being a subscriber to the Patreon, by listening to what funny people fucking sound like when they shoot the shit and they're 45 years old-ish. Like, just getting the perspective for what funny looks like at this age, what it might look like for trying to transcend down 10 years, transcend up 10 years, how to make everybody happy. I use them as a case study, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think Mike Rainey's funny as fuck. I find Mike Rainey just as funny as Shane Gillis. I find Mike Rainey to be a world-class comedian. It's just that his platform, based on his lifestyle over the last decade, has us in this point in time, right? We have this conversation again in 3 years. We're talking about a different person. Might be talking about a person who has a Netflix special.
About Mike Rainey?
Yeah, whether like, because if he decides that, like right now, because he has like so much of his focus apparently poured into both podcasting as well as stand up. Yeah. If he were to shift gears in one direction either way, I mean, it's just gonna skyrocket. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to see how that pans out. But it's one of
both though.
Totally. But I know from life experience that whenever you like have a divided resource of yourself and then you channel it all in one direction, the things do kind of skyrocket. So I've had that personal experience before, regardless of whether that's his path. I know he's gonna be successful as fuck. Good question. I watch him because he's funny, dude. These guys are just funny to me. I find the older guys to be funny. I struggle to find younger folks to be funny, and when they do crack me up, it hits me hard.
Yeah, that resonates.
When it does hit me, it hits me hard. occasionally. But it's much easier for people my age or older than me to make me funny. But when I say my age, I mean plus or minus 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm around a lot of young people.
Yeah, starting comedy, you're probably going to be the oldest. If you're 35 even starting, most likely you might be the oldest person in that room a majority of the time, which takes a different level of courage and because a lot of those, you're not going to relate to all the young people. They're not going to relate to you. I think it's going to take a little more time for maybe someone who starts when they're like 45 to get integrated into the group of open micers just because of the age difference.
I know all their young shit better than they know my old
For sure,
old
you're
shit.
also at school. How old are the kids you teach?
Oh, dude. I've been with people of all ages because of the variety of my career. It has stretched from elementary, middle, high school for the last 20 years in a rotation. And so I have a constant feel for
the young,
as well as like people who are now your age. What year did you graduate high school?
2014.
Fuck, dude. I was 6 years into teaching, 7 years into teaching by the time you graduated high school.
Wow.
So it's like that whole like toaster. There's this guy named Evil Toaster. Shout out Evil Toaster if you're out there. You see this, find me. Bro had autism. Most wicked competitive video gamer I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
Honestly, funnier than fucking Bill Hicks. Just the funniest fucking dude you've ever met. Saying shit behind closed portable doors at a school that you can't say publicly.
For sure.
Letting loose, being funny. Evil Toaster, you got everything it takes. I didn't know about stand-up back then. But back in 2011, as far as like what it takes, you got it.
Was he a high schooler?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a fucking brilliant Super Street Fighter
Super Street Fighter
player.
Farter.
We started the video game club.
That's sick.
It was sick, dude. He fucked so hard. That guy is like the craziest, most intense. Fuck you. I'm going to be whoever the fuck I want to be. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing you can do to change who I am. There's nothing you can do to influence me to think I'm wrong. There's nothing you can do to change me whatsoever. Like, he was so solid like that. It like against, even in spite of rationality, I was like, I have to respect this. You are such a stubborn fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He's that immovable force. Evil Toaster. Like, you rock, bro. Come help me get funnier. I know you're out there. From 2011, there's some sped kid out there who can really come back and help me get even funnier.
Are you from here?
I spent the last 25 years here.
Yeah.
First 20 in Houston.
Okay.
I'm 46.
You're from Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about you? Where are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus.
Spent 4 years in college at Ohio University, which is in Athens, Ohio, and then moved to Atlanta for 5.5 years, and then came here a year and a half ago.
What was the move for Atlanta for?
Acting.
Nice.
I went to college for acting, got a BFA in acting.
You should pursue it continuously.
Yeah, I pursued it in Atlanta, and then I was doing improv in Atlanta and doing auditions. I had an agent. I was an extra on Stranger Things, which anyone could be an extra on Stranger Things. But when I got to Atlanta, I was like, I'm going to try this because it's a way to get on movie sets, whatever. Did some photo doubling, was doing auditions, and I finally got back into an acting class, and then COVID hit. And I got my money back from that acting class, which was gracious of them. They didn't have to give me the money back, I guess, but they were because of COVID. And I was doing improv shows online, Zoom improv shows. Hated doing that, but I was doing the social media for this improv theater. And then I was also struggling with smoking crack at the time. And then one day we came into the office and the theater, but it was also the office. And I was like just honest with them about like, hey, I'm struggling with this. And they took me to do like an intake thing at a rehab. And I didn't end up going to rehab I just did the intake and I just went back to AA. But I took a break from stand-up and acting. Improv and acting. And then started doing stand-up because I did a little bit of stand-up in college. And I fell back in love with stand-up and just I was like, I'm going to focus on stand-up full force. And because in college, in high school, I was in like the honors painting class, and during painting, I would listen to Pandora stand up. And so like Kyle Kinane, Reggie Watts, Matt Bronger, Maria Bamford, Gary Goldman, all these people that were around at that time. Like that's the height of probably Kyle Kinane's. Like those first few albums Kyle Kinane put out were some of the best albums ever. He went to college for English, so his word choice and his stand up is he's obviously a writer.
A bearded man.
Yeah.
A little bit older than me.
Yeah.
Opener for Tom Segura.
Kyle Kinane?
Yeah.
Oh, he's had his own headlining career in his own right.
I know, but Tom Segura is top of the line. That's someone who Tom picked as his opener.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe that's the case between 2024 and 2025.
I respect what Kyle Kinane has done, though. He was the voice of Comedy Central for a while, and I don't think he has any desire to be any more successful and famous than he is. I think he hit he's doing a little bit of movies here and there, like indie films, but I think he's just resigned himself to like doing rock clubs and doing like just clubs and like living a life in Portland and just enjoying his life, which is an admirable thing to do, because I think you can hit that level and realize like the whole like theaters and then arenas, stadiums, Shane Gillis, that's a whole different, that's rock star shit, which is like, I don't think that's for everyone. That's a different.
How many stadiums are there? How many nights are there? How many people are there that want to go see a stadium comedy show?
I don't know.
There's one
time.
There's one.
What? Shane Gillis?
No, it's such a limited demand.
I see. Yeah. There's one time you could do that.
There's one because he's the first one who's done it.
Yeah.
If there was two, there'd be two.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Little man, black guy.
Kevin Hart.
He thinks he doesn't hit major football fucking stadiums.
He did
right?
that one time, right?
Okay. Well,
right.
Once. This is something that's above our heads.
Yeah.
But what I like about Kyle Kinane is every single time I've heard him speak, funny as fuck.
He's so funny.
So prepared, so able, so capable. I love his humility.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that someone who's at the top of the financial game, Tom Segura, recognizes him as a peer and really wants him on his show.
Yeah.
And honestly, from what I've learned, that means also that he recognizes Kyle can both bring it and also not overdo it, so he doesn't overshine the top.
Yeah.
Talent.
Kyle Kinane's been doing comedy forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
And here's the crazy thing about comedy, right? You're talking about this time frame when you got into comedy and you decided you were going to do it in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And
during COVID,
right? So, and you're exposed to Spotify and some other specific.
Pandora. That was 2020. Let me think. 2014. So 2012, 2013, 2014 is when I'm first really exposed and getting an interest in comedy.
So we're talking about a time in comedy where, depending on which platforms you're utilizing, is going to determine your perception of who is top comic and who is a person of interest, who's capable. It's going to kind of set the bar for you for what comedy is, right? By the time that 2024, 10 years later comes around, it's entirely like broad spectrum, because you can kind of expect that most people would be introduced to someone and be name familiar with someone based on the fact that they're across all platforms, right? But back when you got into it, it wasn't like that, right?
Instagram was barely new. It was just pictures.
That's insane.
There's no reels. You saw, that's Pandora is where Jim Gaffigan, this is when like Hot Pockets was, you'd see stand up on Comedy Central mostly. And then HBO, there were specials, but it wasn't, I guess stand up was not as widely available as it is now. For sure. Not even, I guess it wasn't. It was just a different, and I think it just, stand up just grabs the people it grabs. And I was just like listening to it. And because I was doing theater in high school, and I don't know why stand-up grabs people, but whoever it grabs, it just does. I don't think you can have a choice of like
mischief for me.
Yeah.
So I'm third grade, right? And my third grade teacher is Mrs. Brassfield.
Yeah.
Her husband, Steve Brassfield, is a comic, and I didn't know that until half the way through the year.
she tells me when she takes me out to Wiener Schnitzel. It's this hot dog place here in Texas called Wiener Schnitzel. They serve big hot dogs. And this third grade teacher picks me up on a Saturday because she can tell I'm really kind of going through it. I'm real emotional about being an adopted kid, and I'm processing that a lot in third grade specifically. The teacher picks me up on a Saturday, takes me out to Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah. We're just talking, and she's like, you know what? She goes, I'm not supposed to tell you this. She made it like a big secret. She's like, my husband says funny stuff for money.
Oh, wow.
He says he makes a living. He does his job telling jokes. Steve Brassfield. Huh. I said, really? She goes, yeah. And she told me one of his jokes, and I couldn't remember it. But then in fourth grade, maybe a year and a half later, before the end of fourth grade, I'm sitting up one late night, masturbating to some softcore on Showtime. They used to have softcore porn on Showtime.
I was HBO.
Oh, nice. I was both. Chucha Mi Chocha.
Cinemax and HBO.
You remember Chucha Mi Chocha from
No.
Real Sex?
No.
Oh, well,
I know Real Sex.
Real Sex.
I don't know.
Chucha Mi Chocha, honey. That's a callback for anybody who's 46 and seen. I don't want to go into that. But what were we talking about right before that? Sorry.
You're the teacher and her husband.
Steve Brassfield got on Showtime comedy. It was a Showtime comedy special. My third grade teacher's husband got on Showtime comedy special, and he started telling this joke about his wife. He said, when she pisses me off, I take her chapstick and I wipe it on the cat's butthole. And he was going like, and like making the kissy lips like a cat butthole.
Yeah.
And for third grade, I mean, it was, it's 1980s comedy.
Right.
It's real surface level shit.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen, you ever wonder why?
Yeah.
Stupid shit. And he just got me. And I was like, oh, that's fucking crazy. He's talking about my third grade teacher. And even though I love her and he loved her too, but whenever she pissed him off, he would wipe her chapstick on the cat's asshole. And there was some tag to it or follow up, but fuck, it just hit me hard. It's like, wow, that guy's on TV. Yeah. I was like, I could do that. And then at the time too, because of like a sense of like inadequacy, in a nutshell, you remember the 80s bands, the hair metal bands? There was one called Slaughter.
Yeah.
You familiar with Slaughter? They sang Fly to the Angels.
Maybe.
Man. In Fly to the Angels, man, fuck, sometimes you just go down a route and you can't back it up. Mm-hmm. You just have to back out and like pull the pin on the grenade, fall on the grenade, and just die on it. And that's what we're at right now. This is that moment. I've just started a story that I can't follow through on. So I've taken a grenade out, and I'm going to pull the pin. I'm going to lay down on it, and I'm going to die right here in front of all of you guys because I started the story I can't begin, and here we are.
That's beautiful.
I thought so. It was like a poem.
It's a poem to recover from not being able to finish your story.
I know. It's a back out.
Well, is there anything else you want to cover before we
Not really.
Get out of here?
Sitting here in Austin struggling in comedy. I'm going to go struggle in Houston for a couple of years in comedy.
You think so?
Well, have fun struggling.
Are you going to move?
Yeah, no, I'm moving in June.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
To Houston just to do comedy or do a job?
Well, lots of stuff. Like I got my dad living there. I'm going to be able to live with him. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, you know what? To be honest with you, Conics, you know, fucking let your ego go. If you can live with a parent and you have a parent who's tolerable and you can live for free, fucking go work full time during the day. Save up some money. You know what I mean? Like, don't pay rent, don't pay bills, like live off your parents for a while, save up some money, then you can travel and go do some comedy. I'm just dropping some old head shit on you. I'm making the sacrifice time right now. That's what this is about right now. It's not about getting famous. It's about like
just getting better at comedy.
Getting fucking better at comedy, giving it time, and in the process, equipping myself to be able to go fucking do something about it. Yeah. I'm tired of like this world where people get famous at comedy and then they can't follow through with it. Or they can't like deliver consistently. Like I would much rather like just do the fucking grunt work and suffer through, because there's no suffering really. All my needs are met. It's gonna be all good. I just got to take my time with this shit and not have a big head about it. That's what I really like about you, Taylor. Is like you've got a real good balance about yourself. It seems like your head's been to the high highs, it's been to the low lows,
And now that you've been through both, you seem to be like, all right, comedy takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We got to chill with this and just have some fun and try to like laugh a little bit and have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like there aren't a lot of people who truly get that. I feel like that's the vibe I get from you.
My current struggle is like the internet and not like it's the internet. My battle with the internet has been a very up and down, like the worry about putting out that viral clip is a thing I think that plagues a lot of people. And I'm trying to figure out how not just I'm just gonna ignore it, just not gonna post on the internet, because I post all the time, but it's like I go on Instagram and I see someone with a viral clip or a sketch, and I'm just immediately filled with jealousy. It's like, how did they do that? I want to do that. And that's my current battle right now.
Mine are fake. So like on my IG, if you go to IG,
yeah.
I got one for 1.1 million. I paid for that. It costs $40. Most of the hits
the clip to
$40 for promo on IG.
Yeah.
Most of the viewers are in Dhaka, Bangladesh, which doesn't do a comedian any good. And then the second two, one's $250,000.
Yeah.
The other's like 90,000, but both are pumped by promo.
Yeah.
In the sense that like one had 10,000 and one might have like 18,000, but neither are anywhere near where they are, and everything else I do lands between 1 and 0 and 1,000.
Yeah,
it just is the way it is. Like there was a point in time where I was like, I need a trophy case on social media,
right,
where I can show, oh, I've got these hits, people are interested, and then I was like, oh, okay, for the people factor, that's not real. People don't give a shit. And then when I got to because I also convinced myself the algorithm cared. It's like maybe the algorithm cared, or the algorithm will be hotter in general if I get like 1 million, 500,000, and 250,000 hit on like 3 different things. Let's see what happens. Well, the algorithm doesn't give a shit either way. The algorithm cares how much you pay it. And so since none of that matters anyway and stuff, I absolve you to not give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like I'm so stoked and have not thought about for a second how long this podcast has gone, because just this opportunity to practice talking publicly and trying to be funny and sharing some perspective, man, it's important to have practice doing it, because I fucking suck dick at this. I'm not good yet. I'm not. I accept that. I accept that. That's okay.
But you're one of the best podcast guests I've ever had. You're good on a podcast.
Good. I'm also a fucking way better special education teacher than anybody you've ever met in your entire life, unless your mom's one, and I won't talk shit about your mom. But yeah, dude, like that's what I'm fucking good at.
Yeah. What is how long is a teaching day? Like that. It's you love it so much it just like flies by. What about it excites you so much? Like, what do you like about it? What's the reward you get from it? Or
microtransactions.
Yeah.
I'll have a kid show up in homeroom every day, really tense and uptight and spazzed out about something, and just really uncomfortable about something, and I'll empower him to express what it is that he is frustrated about or thinking about, and I'll provide possible pathways for a solution. And as he starts to evaluate the pathways for solution, and he starts to select one, and he comes to determination, all of a sudden, he's calm. And I took someone's day from being really up fucking tight to being able to relax in their own skin. Dude, that's a gift. And that's what I try to give people on stage whenever I'm eventually get good at this.
So do you think, is it like a thing of helping others makes you feel good, or like it gives back in ways you don't even see, but giving, helping then builds up karma in a certain way?
Nah, it's not about payback. It's just, it feels so fucking good.
Yeah.
In the moment, just the interaction, the knowing that you had a good day. Dude, on Friday, we'll close on this because I'm an addict and I do need some nicotine.
Okay.
On Friday night, not to burst my own bubble, I had Sunday night, I had the choice of returning to the creek after taking hiatus between, I think it was Annie Liederman and Banana Phone. There was just a gap. Went to go get some tacos. Ran into a dude who is a
shoe shiner on 6th Street. I'm sure you've seen him, old black guy, right outside the mothership.
I think so.
His cart had been mounted recently on a giant wooden platform with 4 wheels underneath it, small wheels. One of the wheels had broken on its trial run on its first night out, and he had made it downhill a mile or 2 from his original destination where this thing gets stored in an electrical room downtown. He took his shoe shine contraption mobile, which weighs about 400 pounds because it's a chair on top of a wheelchair on top of a wood platform on top of wheels.
Is he a homeless guy?
He is. I mean, essentially, he's
okay if
he's underhomed.
Sure.
He's underhomed. He does have a home, but it's not impressive.
I understand.
I know this because I drove him home after I pushed his cart back home. I ran into him out in front of Sunset. His shit was stuck in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. I'm the type of dude who's like, why is your shit stuck in the middle of the sidewalk? It's got 3 wheels right now. It's brand new. I got to get it home and fix it. I pushed that shit uphill, dude, for fucking hour and a half, like 90 minutes instead of going back to do whatever I wanted to do at Banana Phone and moved on with my shit. That shit is way fucking more important than comedy. That shit is way fucking cooler than comedy. That shit's way cooler than, I mean, helping people and feeling good about it. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Any of you comics out there want to talk like helping people is not as fun as making people laugh? Sorry. It's just a little bit better than making people laugh. But second to it's comedy. So that's why I'm in this game. That's why I do what I do.
Well, here's last Saturday, not the Saturday that just happened, but before it, I was in here and I heard yelling out in the parking lot and it wouldn't stop. So eventually I go out there and this Mexican kid had fallen off of his scooter and like he was on the phone with his mom and he's crying and he was in pain. And I'm like, what's going on? Whatever. He's on the phone, so he's like, oh, I fell off my scooter, and I'm like, well, let's get you out of the middle of the parking lot. So I pull him up I get him to sit down on like the embankment out there, and pull his scooter up, and he's on the phone with his mom, but his mom is taking a while, and because she's in a walker. And I like asked him where it hurts, and he said his arm. So I asked him to like roll up his sleeve, show me his arm, and it's clearly broken as fuck. It's
shit!
It's so broken. I don't say that to him because I don't want to scare him. But eventually, his mom shows up, and she calls 911, and the ambulance comes and pick him up, and I like help her get the ambulance to come in to where, and
you do explain how to get here well.
Yeah, it's not as easy as I don't know. I feel like it's hard to explain. Like you come down the parking lot, it's not a road because it's a parking lot. So you take more parking lot down. But so I guide the ambulance in, and she asked me to hold on to the scooter. So I had the scooter here for until last night. I finally took it back to him, and I asked if her son played. And the arm was broken. She did text me, so I was kind of like I knew it was broken because it looked broken. And I asked if her son played Fortnite, and he does. So I bought him like $15 worth of V-Bucks, which are things you spend in Fortnite. And I went and took him the scooter last night. I was like, oh, do you play Fortnite? And I gave him the V-Bucks. He's like, oh, thank you. And just like so happy. And that felt good.
Hell yeah, dude.
It felt so good to help him then, but also after the fact, get him V-Bucks. Because that stuff feels, there's nothing that is like that feeling. It's not like, and it doesn't feel like a blast of crack where your ears are ringing. It doesn't feel like that. It feels better it feels good. It just, I don't know.
It's lasting.
Yeah.
It's lasting. That's what the difference is.
Yeah.
Is that we're so accustomed with that first hit of nicotine or crack or whatever it is that it's so spontaneous.
Yeah.
But it's not lasting. This one's lasting because it sticks with you. You can reflect back on that experience and how you helped that kid get through that moment. You can reflect on the follow-up that you did. You can do that for the rest of your life. You can't smoke that one rock again for the rest of your life. It's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, that's the thing that's different is that it's lasting. And then once you have millions of them and stuff through the school experience, it becomes, you get desensitized to it. And then it becomes the ones like on the street, like the thing I told you about with the pushing the guy's cart.
Yeah.
Like I didn't iterate how hard it was. It was very fucking hard, man. It took a very long time.
Yeah.
But it's bumpkiss compared to what I do 40 hours a week every week. And so it gets you to the point where like you think about the ones where you do them outside of your typical setting, but then that's just what you do every day. And so that's kind of why I think I'm going to end up being a teacher throughout the entirety of my career.
Yeah.
unless someone finds this type of shit and fucking fires me. In the case, fuck you. You
Don't
know,
fire
it's like,
Drifter. Come on,
what
don't.
the fuck? I mean, it's like I'm doing God's work all week long, 45 hours a week. I'm hitting your deadlines. I'm hitting your paperwork. Taking care of your kids. They teach. They know their mathematics. What the fuck else can you want from me in not giving me my freedom of speech? They're like, I'm not supposed to talk about Charlie Kirk. I don't talk about Charlie Kirk. You know, the TEA says don't talk about Charlie. I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk right now. I'm not saying the word Charlie Kirk. It's not happening. I never talk about Charlie Kirk. We're not talking about the fact that he's a hole in his throat. We're not talking about it. Anyway, we should probably fucking close this out.
Well, it's been great. Thanks for coming on.
Pleasure.
It's been a very great podcast.
Absolute
It's been
pleasure.
a good time. Guys, this has been Drifter and
Drifter
me.
Comedy on Instagram.
Yeah,
follow me
Drifter.
on Instagram at Drifter Comedy.
Yeah, follow him. You know where to find me. Thanks for listening, guys. Join us next week. I'll be back. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a whole bunch of fun.
Great.